very easy to use. But you're also going to notice that, fuck. What's up fams, Unnies here from All Clouded, and today we're going to look at the 101 on vaping. Now these are the first things you need to think about when you start deciding to get into vaping, and it's for the most obvious reason is to quit smoking. Now there's two main things to think about. Now the first would definitely have to be you want to quit smoking because just the health effects, the price of them, it's just phenomenal, it's through the roof, and you don't want to be a slave to the smokes. And the second thing to think about is you love smoking, but just the price and the ill health effects is just not going to cut it, and vaping is definitely the more healthier and cheaper option. What are you to expect when you first try a vape? So just imagine when you're first at high school or the first time you snuck a cigarette or whatever, and you first tried it, it burnt, it hurt, but you still fucking kept smoking. It's exactly the same with vaping. You're first going to try it and you're going to think, oh my gosh, it hurts, I might cough, but it tastes good, but it just feels different. Now this is simply because it's a different sensation to what you're used to. Now vapors carry vapor, that's why they're called vapors or vapes. They carry the vapor to your lungs, and that's how you get the flavor and the nicotine hit. Whereas cigarettes, it's combustible, it's burning material. That's why it's a different sensation. Now when you first try a vape, you're going to notice more of a throat hit opposed to the chest hit or the lung hit that you would have got from a cigarette. You're also going to notice that you may get a dry mouth. A lot of us do vape. We get vape dries. It's just simply a different method opposed to smoking ciggies, and it's easily solved with a little bit of water. Now you may also notice that when you first convert or try vaping or use it as a tool to quit smoking, that you may get what we like to call vapor's cough. Now no, vapor's cough is not contagious, and no, it's not the end of the world. It's pure and simply your body adjusting to this new method that you're using that it's never tried before. Now first things first, you're going to walk into a shop or you're going to go online and you're going to look at vaporizers and juice and all kinds of stuff, and you may be blown away. And it's pure and simply because there's so many options today. There's tons of different juice, there's tons of different mods, just like buying a car. But at the end of the day, there's only two main components to vaping, and that's simply your juice and your mods. Now when looking into vaping, juice is by far the greatest thing out there. It's where all the flavor is, it's where we get our nicotine from, and it's where we can just really taste all the different aspects from all the different vendors and all the different flavors out there. It's absolutely great. You can get puddings, you can get fruits, you can get fizzies, you can get candies, anything like that. It's truly amazing. Now in our juice is VG, PG, and our concentrates, which gives it all the flavor in that and also the nicotine. Now the VG and PG will come in different ratios. Some are for more clouds, some are for more throat hits, and also for different devices. Some like different levels and ratios depending on what suits it best. Now I tend to find that my pens or my ego style devices like more of a 50-50 ratio of PG and VG opposed to my bigger mods like more higher VG. Now first we have our Cigalites or our Egos or our pen styles, and these are all regulated, so they've got chips and everything for safety. Now these are more to your mouth to lung style hit or what you're used to coming from cigarettes. These are definitely a great option, and by far this is what I highly suggest. And next we have our more high powered devices. Now these things are variable wattage and they can go temperature control, and they've got so many options to modify them. You know, that's why we like to call them mods and stuff, because you can really just switch up the game on all of them. So let's look at our cigar lights. So these generally have the most cheapest buy-in. They're extremely economical. Mine can run me anywhere from $10 to $20 a week, which is not even a pack of tailies these days in New Zealand. They're very easy to use. There's not many ways you can go wrong with these things. They're simply just one button here and then you're good to go. Now these egos or pens have an extremely cheap buy-in price, maybe the same cost as a 30 gram or a 50 gram of cigarette, so you cannot go wrong with these. These are extremely easy to use, they're easy to manage, and because it's not such a high powered device, the battery can really last its length. Pretty simply just charge port there, button here to fire, fill the juice through the top, and you're good to go. And the great thing about these is you can always migrate up to higher powered devices or something different, you know, add a little collection, but they're really good to keep by your side and maybe pass on one day to somebody that you want to help quit smoking. And now we'll look at our variable wattage devices. Now these things produce by far a lot more flavor, and it's a lot more satisfying experience when it comes to vaping, and it's what you're going to see a lot out there in public, on Facebook and all that kinds of things, because that's at the generation of vaping we're at today. New Zealand is quite far behind America and Australia even when it comes to the vaping scene, so you're going to see a lot more of these devices actually hit the shelf, because that's pure and simply where we've come at into the game. Now these produce a lot more flavor. These will blow bigger clouds, and you're actually gonna try to directly lung inhale it rather than just going. And that's a mouth to lung hit. You're gonna take it directly into your lungs, so you're just gonna straight inhale it and blow it straight out. Now in variable wattage devices, you're taking in a lot more vapor, so you're just gonna adjust the nicotine to your level, which in other words, you're just gonna lower it down. Now the great thing about these are variable wattages, so the higher the watts, the more heat, the more vapor it's going to produce, so you can just lower it down or raise it to whatever suits you, and also different tanks that you might swap around and add on to it. Which is the great thing about these is that you can just interchange, you can put different tanks on, you can just really customize things just like a car. You can change different rims, modify your engines. That's the great thing about these more high powered devices. Now another great thing about these variable wattage and these bigger mods is a majority of them will come out with external batteries, so you can just simply pop it out, take an extra pair on you, and you're good to go without carrying around a charger or anything like that. Now a majority of these mods will be a bit more pricey, and they're more powerful, they're flasher looking, so they're definitely going to cost a bit more than an Ego or pen style vape, because it's pure and simply just a better product. Now when you first decide to go pick up your first mod, your first vape, your first vaporizer, which is the best thing that you can do for yourself if you're looking to be more healthy and save some money, you just need to weigh up the two options and the style of mod that you're going to go for, and both are extremely excellent. There's nothing wrong with them at all. It's pure and simply deciding what best fits you. Are you looking for a cigar-like, which is cheap, economical, it can still give you tons of flavor, very easy to use, easy to manage, cheap to replace the coils and everything with it? Or are you looking for a device that's got more punch behind it? It can offer a lot more flavor and give you an overall better vaping experience. So that's your 101, your first look, the first dive down. We looked at juice, we looked at what to expect when you first start vaping, when your body adjusts, and we also looked at the different mods that you can check out. So don't forget fams, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification so you can find out when my next vid's coming. And as always, keep it cloudy fam.